This is the Mato 1/16 scale metal tank series. This is the 100% metal PanzerIII. The first addition that I did to this tank was add the cupola machine gun, the MG34. Every hatch on the tank opens. I also put in just a stock hang long tank commander with a very mediocre paint job. I usually stick the tank commander in with two-sided tape. That's the metal MG34 that you can get from Mato Mart. I just painted it and installed it. Like I said, the tank commander has been repainted, but probably better than old googly eyes. When I'm running the tank, I usually do one of two things. I'll either fold the MG34 back like so and run it like that, or I'll just remove it completely and fold down the hardware. I have changed the box because I wanted to be able to carry the radio in the box. So it runs on the Hobby King HK6S, and I will take it out and get a good look at it. This is a ready-to-run tank, but this is not a Mato ready-to-run tank. I got it bare with no electronics and did all the installation work myself. If you buy a Mato ready-to-run tank, it comes with this transmitter, the Mato MA1010. That is not the transmitter you will get with this tank. This tank runs on this transmitter. This is the Hobby King HK6S, and this is the transmitter that comes with the tank. As you can see, it's a 6-channel radio. It's got a switch and a pot for channels 5 and 6. It has servo reversal on the radio. You can also plug it up to the computer through the trainer port if you buy the programming cable, and do additional programming like that. The tank itself is in absolutely excellent condition. There's nothing broken or wrong with it anywhere. Every hatch on the tank is functional. You already saw the cupola. I have the tank set up so that the switches are under these hatches right here. Main on-off switches in here. Smoke unit on-off switches in here. You'll see more of that later. Runs on the Clark TK22. That means that it has proportional rotation. The tank does not have a slip ring, but it does have 360 capability. You could probably spin it 3 or 4 times before you even had to start worrying about it. I've never spun it more than twice and never had a single problem. It is fully proportional. You can adjust the speed with the stick. Same thing with elevation. It is proportional. You can speed it up and slow it down. And it is up and down. You don't have to cycle through. A little box set up to catch the BBs. It is an airsoft tank with the famous 96mm cannon, and it is a very, very powerful airsoft cannon. You may have seen this tank in the video that shot the paintballs. This is the tank that has got enough power to break 6mm paintballs. Great unit in there. This tank has the LED machine gun. The tank came with this machine gun. and I removed that and replaced it with the LED. Also, the tank came with this style headlight, the 5mm LED. I removed those and replaced them with the lights you see here with 3mm warm white LEDs inside. Smoke unit works really well. I'm not sure how well it'll show up on the video, but in the sunlight it looks great. It's got enough smoke, plenty of smoke to let you know that it's there, but not enough to make it look like there's something wrong with the engine. As you can hear, that's the Clark TK22. As I said before, the switch for the smoke unit is right here. You can't turn the smoke on and off from the transmitter with the TK22. This does have the Viper unit installed. So that you can turn your volume up and down from the transmitter. The warm white LEDs. And we'll take her out and get some shots of it running. And now we'll take a look at the inside. To open the tank, it's got two spring-loaded hooks right here that you just push forward with your thumbs and just lift up at the back. Comes right off. Being an airsoft tank, it's got only two wires coming down from the upper hull. That's the 8-pin group and the trigger switch. And then the entire hull top will lift off. We'll set that off to the side for just a second. We'll take a closer look at that in a minute. Okay, you can see here how I've set up the inside of the tank. Unlike the Mado ready to run tank, there is a smoke unit here. You saw it run before. The switch for the smoke unit is right here. This is your on-off switch for main power. Both are accessible through the hatches, as you saw before. When I first set it up, I had the volume knob attached to the top of the speaker here, and you would open the you'd rotate the turret, open the hatch, and adjust the volume. But now with the Viper unit, which is right here, there's your Viper unit right under there. You've got control of the volume from the transmitter from this pot here on the right hand side. The other switch is not assigned to anything. Channel 5 is not being used. The Viper's on channel 6, and of course the TK22 runs off channels 1 through 4. Now I use LiPo batteries in my tanks, and I get my LiPo batteries from Hobby King. And at Hobby King, all LiPo batteries 3000 milliamp hours and under come with the XT60 as the stock connector, and that's what this tank is wired for. However, sending LiPos, used LiPos, through the mail is a real can of worms, so this tank will not come with a LiPo battery. It will come with this battery. It's a 1700 milliamp NIM that will fit right in that slot where the LiPo is now, and it will come with this adapter from XT60 to Tamiya. That way, if you can run the tank right out of the box as soon as you get it with the NIM battery. If you're not already using LiPos, I encourage you to do so, but if you don't want to, that's your choice. I like them a lot because this battery costs about 12 bucks and it'll run the tank for about 15 minutes. This battery I can get on sale for about $10. It's usually like $11.50, and this battery will run the tank for 30 to 35 minutes and taking up the same amount of space. So like I said, if you're not on lipos, I encourage it. I've never had any trouble. The chargers are cheap, like 20 bucks. But anyway, I'll send the tank with the NIM battery, the charger, and the adapter. Right now, the Clark unit is completely programmed for airsoft. If you want or need a programmer, we can talk about that. This is the programmer that I make. You can buy them from Nathan for like 10 bucks. They're not a big deal. You also need a Sony remote control. So let me put this back. Here you can see the way I have wired the upper hull. I had to install the turret rotation and barrel elevation units. I had to install the airsoft. The tank originally had the recoil hang-long unit stuck in there. I put in the better headlights. This is Zap Goo holding the wires. I think it's a really great product. If you want it to come off, you can gently peel this up and cut with a hobby knife through the glue and it'll come right off. I do it all the time. Like I said, it's got a 360 ring in it, but with only the 8-pin, well, basically only this wire coming down from your turret, it'll spin. I've done it twice with no problems. I think 3 or 4 times before you have to worry about it. But every time you change the battery, you open the tank. It's easy to just look at the wires and make sure everything is as it should be. So there you have the underside and the installation that I did there. I put in the daughter board. It's pretty much set up just like a hang-long PanzerIII. So that's the electronics, the TK22, the Viper unit, the Hobby King HK6S, and the 1700 battery with the XT60 adapter. This tank is registered with Mado under my name as the original purchaser. I believe that can be transferred upon sale. I know that this makes a difference. If there are future upgrades offered, they are usually offered at a lower price to registered owners, and therefore we will submit the paperwork to transfer registration to the new owner so that they can take advantage of any future opportunities. So there you have it, the Mado 100% metal PanzerIII set up by myself with the Clark TK22, the Hobby King HK6S 6-channel transmitter, with the Viper unit for volume control from the pot on the transmitter, with smoke unit, with all switches hidden underneath hatches. All hatches obviously function. Set up for LiPo batteries and XT60 connectors, but does come with the 1700 NIM battery with the appropriate adapter. 6mm airsoft. Comes with the Mado carry box you see there in the background. Comes with the tank commander with the seriously mediocre paint job. The spare MG34 mounted to the cupola. I think I already mentioned LED flash machine gun in the bow. The infamous 96mm cannon. Any buyer is free to contact me about custom tailoring the package to your needs. That of course would affect the price, which is, for everything you see here, $525 plus actual shipping costs.